This video is part of a series helping you to develop good revision strategies for your exams. In today's video, we're looking at how to use point questions to improve the effectiveness of your revision. Unlike mind maps or flashcards, you might never have heard of point questions, or they're sometimes called Factual Recall Questions or AO1 questions. So what actually are they? Well, point questions are pure factual recall. They're closed questions that only have one answer, and they're checking, do you know the key facts that you need to know in order to be able to tackle anything harder? Here are some examples that I wrote using one of our Key Stage 3 English organisers. As you can see, there aren't any questions that ask you to analyse or to evaluate. They're just closed questions that only have one answer. They're written based on a trustworthy source. So here it was this knowledge organiser, but you could also write them based on your specification for the exams. You can use them as part of your revision as pre-prepared questions to make sure that you do know all of the key facts, and this might be the basis for you making some flashcards. But it's also really good revision to write your own and to think about what question would allow me to check that I knew that piece of information. Point questions or factual recall questions are, in my opinion, the best place to start your revision for any topic, because if you can't answer closed one-mark questions, then you can't tackle anything more complex. But they can be hard to find because they're time-consuming to make. If you're revising GCSE Science, then I've written a load for every topic, and you can find those by going to this address, which is also in the description below. You can change chemistry to biology or physics, or change the number to get to the other topics, but watch out, they are case sensitive, so if you don't have a capital C, it won't work. And then each set of questions also comes with an answer video. If you're revising a different subject, then you can also look at the knowledge quiz series of books or CGP flashcards, or I'm sure that there are some other YouTubers who have made their own sets of questions as well. But even if those options aren't for you, writing your own point questions is also great revision. So you want to make sure that you're writing these by referring to the specification or maybe a knowledge organiser, because you want to make sure that you're actually covering all of the facts that you need to know. The process that you want to be going through is saying, what question would I need to ask to make me give this information as the answer? Once you've written them, you could either put them on flashcards or just use them as one long list to test yourself. And you probably want to do something that sort of summarises how well are you able to answer them. So that could be red, amber, greening them, or putting them in different boxes if you have them on flashcards, so that you can go back to the ones that you didn't know the answer to more regularly. When you're writing your own point questions, you want to be as specific as possible. We don't want vague questions here. We want things that are really going to unpick, do you know this exact definition or this exact formula or whatever it is. It's a really good idea to lay it out in two columns so that you've got your question and also your model answer. And just make sure that however you're writing these, you're basing them on a trustworthy source of information. So I would strongly recommend that you look at the exam board specification or the original text that something is based on, rather than just using your own notes, which might be incomplete or not 100% accurate. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you're now feeling slightly more confident about using point questions as part of your revision. If you did find this useful, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more revision videos coming soon.